My name is Christina and I am your librarian at Christina's Bookshelf, and I am coming to you from GRL 2017 in Denver. As you guys have probably seen some of my live posting in regards to UDGM by T.C. Wharton. I'm kind of doing a GRL Day 1 recap. Today is Day 2, but if I had tried this yesterday, it would have been a drunken mess of drunken messness. So today is Friday. When I got here Wednesday night, there was a narrator panel, and it was pretty amazing to see these men do different characters and what they're working on, to find out what they're working on in the future, how their process goes. That was moderated by TJ Clune, and it was really just fascinating. I think that it's out there. I'll see if I can find the link and put it down below for you guys. So, starting Day 1, which was officially yesterday, Thursday, I had to adapt and overcome for breakfast. I had packed oatmeal in my suitcase so I could just use the coffee maker to make oatmeal and save some money. I neglected to think about silverware. So the stir sticks for the coffee in the room were actual sticks. So I dipped it in and kind of ate it like that. Thank you, parents, for making me do Civil War reenacting when we were younger, because I learned to not freak out over not having silverware. I went to the supporting author thing, and I might have fangirled all over the place. I got to meet Jacqueline Osborne. I have been in love with her and her writing since Michael's Awakening. If you have only read her recent, I'm probably going to say this wrong, Ixios, and you haven't got to meet Gabriel yet, what's wrong with you? Go get Michael's Awakening and read how fabulous you are through Gabriel's eyes. I met Michael Bailey, one of my debut authors, if you followed me during debut author week, and he has like the world's sexiest voice. I think I could listen to him all day long. We're just gonna, maybe, hopefully later, I can get him with an interview or a quick Facebook Live thing, so you guys know I'm not joking, but holy crap, sexiest voice. Panels that I went to yesterday. I went to the Scene Stealers, Secondary Characters Who Stole Our Hearts, or Who Steal Our Hearts, by Lucy Lennox, Brew Baker, and Brandon Witt. I am a huge person that falls in love with secondary characters. Sometimes they steal the show for me. Like, I don't even care what's going on in the main characters. Sometimes I just want the secondary characters. One of my biggest secondary character loves is Sergei from the Executive Office series. Like, yes. And then Father Lotario from A Time to Rise by Tal Bauer, since I'm sporting my Tal Bauer gifts today. I call A Time to Rise Father Lotario and some other dudes, because I am in major love with Father Lotario. So secondary characters do steal my heart. They're so easy to fall in love with, and you always want more. And luckily we got more of Sergei, and then we got Sasha. Mr. Andreas, I love you. I went to the author reading of C. Jane Elliott, Rick R. Reed, and Hans M. Hershey, and it was amazing to hear these stories. I had never heard of, I know, you guys need to get on me about some things, C. Jane Elliott, and I want a book. So I'm going to read that, hopefully one of these days get a review out about it. I'm really excited for finding new authors. Rick R. Reed read, don't know, just give me a second, Out on the Net, a love story in blog form. He read a scene from that and it was hysterical, and I could totally see this happening somewhere, which kind of, on one end breaks your heart, on the other it's funny. And right now it's free during GRL, so get on Amazon and get it, because it's going to be amazing. I love his unique writing style all the way through. And then Hans M. Hershey talked about, or read from, his latest book that will be coming out soon, Disease, and it's not really a love story, it's general fiction about two men that have been together for years, and one of them develops dementia. So I think that's going to be a heartbreaking story, but it's going to be a lessons learned story as well. I have that book. I will have a review out for you once the book is released. I don't like to do reviews before the book's released, because if you're excited about it, I want you to be able to buy it and read it right then and there, versus, I gotta pre-order this, and then you forget all about it. The last one I went to yesterday, because after this one I was extremely exhausted, was the Storyteller series is I'm Only a Reader by N.R. Walker, the handsome Jay Northcote, and Posey Roberts. There is no such thing as you are only a reader. Readers make and break authors. Views are so important. Even if you are thinking, I don't know how to do a review. You don't have to do something that's big and bold and profound, just something like, this story really touched my heart, this character I can relate to, the writing was phenomenal, or I really didn't care for this character. There's a book that I've read that I've hated one of the side characters. I think it's A Face Without Heart by Rick R. Reed. I hated one of the side characters. I still loathe that character. I want nothing to do with that character. And I put that in my review, like, I hated this character. So if something doesn't mesh well with you or you don't really like it, put that in there too, because they're not gonna know that maybe something wasn't right or this character just didn't go well with the audience. You are never just a reader. And I thought that this panel was absolutely fantastic for people that sit there and say, what can I do? You know, I'm just a reader. No, if you have social media, you can share and you talk about. Word of mouth is the biggest marketing that there is. Don't sell yourself short on what you could possibly do. After that, I did some R&R, read some UDGM, got some more live video out there for that. After that was the welcoming dinner, and then we got to meet some cocky boys. And if you've seen some photos, I totally cried and got held by Carter Game. Because when I first started my YouTube channel, I wanted everything to be so professional. I wanted it to be this great thing that people were like, oh my gosh, look at this, and she's just so suave and debonair. But then I realized that's really not me, kind of sitting on this pedestal and just reaching to you. After watching Carter kind of do some interviews before the videos and seeing him be professional but be himself, I was like, oh my god, I can totally do this. And I've just kind of let the gates down and say, this is me. You can love me, you can hate me, but this is me and this is what you're going to get. So I told him that he had made a huge impact on me, and I kind of started crying and he kind of held me. We both had tears. It was a moment. It was fantastic. And I might have like just infiltrated the Devin McCormick and Company and was like, I'm totally one of the cool kids now. And I totally hid away in their group and had like so much fun. It was amazing. And this is kind of what GRL is that we're all friends. We're all here for the same purpose, to support the same purpose. Everybody is welcome. So if you're like, I don't know if I ever want to do this, you totally want to do this. And that was pretty much day one. I'm a little behind on getting to day two because I might have drank too much yesterday. And yeah, we're just gonna leave it there. I'm not able to get onto my computer, so I am gonna try to leave some links down below for some books that I have talked about. Oh, and you know what else I did yesterday? And I think I put this everywhere. And I got with other contributors, other bloggers that contribute to Jeff and Will's Big Gay Fiction podcast. And we did a live panel from their room. And that was interesting to be able to actually see and meet people face to face and talk about our love of books. So, as I said, I will try to leave some links down below. I'm not at my computer. I'm going to try to do all of this from my iPad, and we'll see how that works. So if you've enjoyed this GRL update, I'm going to ask that you give this video a like. Leave me a comment, because I love to interact with all of you guys. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I try to get stuff out every Monday through Thursday, but then there's things like this that kind of get in the way in the best way possible. And you're gonna get some spontaneous things also. So that's kind of the magic of the subscribe button, is that you will get a notification when I have something new for you. If you like me and think this chick's pretty awesome, down below I'm gonna leave my Facebook page and up my Twitter. If you have a book or an arc you'd like me to read, you can request via website. This is GRL Day 1 Recap. Bye.